Miss Frost at the head of the market. She is the last of them to go in. They stand well. They're set. Racing. Don's Legacy broke well from the inside. So did Fingermark, and now point taken. And G. Khan's going to settle back there, a conspicuous last. Inflation out deep is starting to race up there in front of Mankind soon after the break, but he's going back with Miss Frost. Also Sekai in a very tightly bunched field, and G. Khan pulling its way up on the inside. So Miss Frost is now last, and point taken leads at the 700. Point taken in a slowly run first part. 3/4 over the well-backed Inflation. Mankind is sitting deep outside of those, and then came Don's Legacy fourth on the inside of Fingermark, a length to Cockatiel. G. Khan's on the inside of Miss Frost, about 4 from the lead, and Sekai dropped out last. Point taken went to the 400 in front. Coming up to the corner, point taken about a half a length over Inflation. Mankind 3 deep third. Don's Legacy down on the inside. Fingermark searches for a run. Cockatiel, Miss Frost head the others at the 250. Inflation hit the front. Mankind tackled it. Here comes Miss Frost and Cockatiel though, nearing the 100. Miss Frost out near the middle, grabbed the lead from Cockatiel. Mankind, Inflation, then Sekai, but Miss Frost is too strong. Miss Frost beat Cockatiel. Big run, Sekai late from Inflation. Don's Legacy, Mankind, G. Khan, Fingermark and point taken dropping out. Finishes close enough to last. 7 the winner, Miss Frost. Ridden by Craig Staples. Here the Frost Giant filly for Frank Maynard. On a day where we celebrate Burgess Queen in the feature race today, the man who put the polish on the champion 2- and 3-year-old filly of the 1970s, well, he does it today with a Frost Giant filly called Miss Frost. Wonderful to see. Master horseman who shot right into the stratosphere with Burgess Queen all of those years ago. We honour the super filly later on with the 3-year-old fillies in the Burgess Queen Stakes. Miss Frost from off the speed. Craig Staples rushing over the top. Inflation, Don's Legacy, point taken there. Mankind had done a little too much work, but Miss Frost sitting back, charging with Cockatiel, and a lovely run by Sekai, the Sebring filly at its first start. Miss Frost by Frost Giant from Mega Me for David Reed, Ron Sayers at Yarradale. Craig Staples 371.50. Cockatiel second by Galar from Buster's Icon. Stephen Miller Daniel Stake $4.80, and 10 Sekai by Sebring from Rovigo. Lindsay Smith Lucy Warwick $3.90. That late scratching of Sunny Rose. Let's go to Britt Taylor now, and Britt's out here with winning rider Craig Staples aboard Frank Maynard's Miss Frost. And what a lovely day for Frank Maynard to be saddling up a winner with the Burgess Queen coming up later, Britt.
Yeah, Darren, that's a very appropriate link there for Frank Maynard. I am with Craig Staples now, and Craig, she's just developed into such a lovely horse now, but it wasn't always that way that she was this relaxed.
No, Jason Whiting educated her early, and yeah, she's just a little bit of a stress head. That's why I ride her quiet and early, and then let her get home, and she seems to work pretty well.
How did she work home today?
Pretty well, as you can see.
You must be given some confidence going into the race about the performances that she's been able to put up on the board so far, but what sort of level of fit is this horse?
Well, she owns a Drift Star last start, and they've got massive wraps on it, and I thought she did enough to win, but it just found. So I was pretty confident today.
Well, congratulations on the win, Craig.
Thank you, Brittany.
Yeah, Frank Maynard joins us now, and Frank, this is a special day. Of course, she trained that wonderful girl in Burgess Queen, and we name a race after her today.
Yeah, no, she was a great mare.
What about this particular filly? Boy, she's had a big rap on her basically since everybody during that round wanted to back her on Kalgoorlie. I think it was Hannon's day.
Yeah.
She produced the goods here today.
Yeah, she's done a good job. She's one of them, to me, she's a little bit immature, and I reckon she's just getting better and better. Yeah.
How far do you go with her this preparation?
Well, she'll let me know. You know, like I'll leave it up to her. But she licks the feed men out, and she goes out in the paddock and trains out of a paddock, so she loves it, so she'll let me know when she's had enough.
What do you like about her the most?
She's tough, and they've got to be tough.
Were you expecting that today?
Yeah. I on her last, when she got home, you know, that horse, she got to that horse and it found that little bit, and she laid in, which, you know,
She can be a little bit flighty in the yard, but she gets back and seems to relax and always finishes off her races, which is probably a little bit more important, isn't it, Frank?
Well, I think she's a filly that if you clicked her up, she'd lead and over race, and by teaching her to sit back, I reckon there's a chance of going a little bit longer ground.
Yeah, legend of the game, always great to get a win in front of a big crowd here on Melbourne Cup Day at Ascot.
Long time between drinks, but I got there.
It's good to see you in the winner's circle. Well done, Frank.
Thank you.
There's Frank Maynard, and of course he trained Burgess Queen, and that's our feature race named after that mighty galloper a little later today in race number 8 on the program. That wraps up race number 5. She's pretty good, Miss Frost. The punters were right. They backed another one, and it wasn't too bad inflation after being on top of the pace, but the winner, far too strong. Cockatiel was good. CK was a good effort on debut, and inflation ended up back in 4th. Race 6 will kick off the quaddie. Join us then.